Hey everybody, how you doing? It is another beautiful day. It's a hot day, and it is let's see, it's Wednesday. What do we got here? It's Wednesday in Detroit, about 5:30-ish, 6 o'clock, I think. And I'm Manny Vitelli, the host of My Fight or War and Manny Vitelli's Wolfpack, and the guy who's losing his voice just in time for my show tonight that I'm going to be a guest on. And I am really looking forward to this, man. Um, you guys see me jumping on here all the time, um, doing lives, doing stuff with other people as guests on the show and all that. So it's actually been a while since I've been a guest on a show, and so I'm definitely looking forward to this. And definitely looking forward to being on this show tonight because I'm going to be going live tonight at 8:30 Eastern, or I believe it's Eastern time. You know what? I'm not exactly sure. I'm going on with High Sobriety with Dylen and Alicia, and I definitely want to give a shout out to them, man, for the honor and the privilege of being a guest on their show. Um, it's there's so many different um, podcasts out there. There's so many different possibilities as far as getting out there and spreading our word. And that's why we do it. That's why we're all here to do it in our ways. And to one thing I really love about it is there's the good thing with yeah, I see OG jumping on here. There you go. My OG GA admin Lynn RN is on. And if you're driving right now, if you're at home taking care of Cujo the watchdog, aka baby. But if you are watching, I've got my water. So thank you for looking out as always, man. It's not an easy job um, dealing with me, and especially on the role that she has. As far as y'all know what just an incredible person Lynn is. I've said before, she's my absolute best friend, my OG, my admin, and has just been a lifesaver as far as helping me tremendously with the ongoing things that happen with my fight or war. Now the Manny Vitelli's Wolfpack, and just basically everything life in general. She has been a huge help and continues to be. And now the other side of that is the responsibilities that she took on, man. And I always tell her, it's your fault. You said hi. And we'll get into that in a whole nother, another time. But anyways, OG, I've got my water. But back to tonight, I do want, like I said, give a shout out to Dylen and Alicia for having me on as a guest. And as I said, it has been a while since I have been on this side of the mic as the guest and not the host. And I'm really looking forward to it because you know what? It's so neat to, to wear, one thing is I wear a lot of different hats as well as so many people that do this. And compared to what other people do that have podcasts and not only are the hosts of the show, I tell you what, like with my brother Jared over at Blacklist Podcast, and like with High Sobriety, and with Dan and Donna from Hard Knocks, and Brad from Sober's Cool, and all the others, and that not only do the job of hosting the podcast, and but they also are doing double duty, triple duty, as well as hosting the show, producing the show, directing the show, editing the show, everything about it. They have their hands in, and they're doing all that stuff where it's just, well, as we know, my IT skills are pretty much non-existent. Um, so my hat goes off to all you guys who do so much, and then on top of that, have your everyday jobs. For those of you who don't do this full time, that are doing, just like I can only speak for myself, of course. Well, not working at the moment, But it's pretty rough, man, because like I know for me and my schedule, I'm sorry, man. I know I'm sitting here fidgeting around all that crap, but I have Susie the Wonder Dog to thank for that. But as far as me, with my work schedule, I've scheduled up until a lot of times 6 o'clock at night, and sometimes that runs over. By the time you get home from work, by the time you get your your life in order from getting home after a hard day's work, and then if you've got a show scheduled, now you got to make sure that you got your show prep ready, you got everything, all the details ready to go. And it's not so much, I know for me when I do that stuff is of course, I want to be you know, prepared the best that I can be as for myself personally to do the best show that I can, um, to look the best, do the best as far as the setting, the backdrop, everything that has to go at the studio, as well as everything else in between. My whole main concern when I'm doing a show and have a guest coming on is to, you know, to do everything I can to make sure that that guest, whoever it is, it gets the best possible experience they possibly can by honoring me, by doing what they're doing and coming on and sharing their stories, which is, a very scary, hard thing to do at times when you're dealing with such painful moments and memories. And, there's the last thing I want to do is dishonor that in any way. So there's, like I said, bottom line, there's a lot of shit that goes into this. And, I give so much credit to all those who do all of the editing and everything else. So and that's another reason I love going live because I hit that button and you know what? Let's freaking do it. And then when I'm done, I hit end live stream. So, but as far as tonight goes, as I said, uh, it will be. I know for sure it will be 8:30 as far as my time as far as where I'm at in the Detroit metropolitan area. For all of us here in my area, it will be 8:30 Eastern time. And uh, I'm trying to remember the last show. Actually, that just popped right in my head. It was my good brother Jared. I was a show, which was kind of weird because I was actually sitting in the exact same spot, but I had Jared on one side, I had Brianna on the other side. So I had my brother on one side and my broster on the other. And but it was done here in my own studio, except I took on the role of guest instead of host because Jared and Brianna were so kind that. And then again, you want to talk about people cramming a extremely busy schedule into their lives and everything that they're doing, not only with their podcast, with their travels, getting people as far as set up, doing shows and different events. And Brianna, with everything she's doing, setting up different live events that are going on and doing so much outside of the studio. It's just remarkable. And that's when they were actually here in Michigan with Larry Bagby. They had Larry on as a guest on their show, and as you guys know, Larry was a very well known actor, and they were so taken by Jared and Brianna that he did a show. I made a movie, and I think, oh come on, Manny, I think it was Band on the Run. I could be 100% wrong, or I might be right on. So, anyways, they had a red carpet premiere and invited Jared and Brianna to come to Michigan, to Birmingham, to be part of that. And right there, that goes to show you the type of people that they both are. Here they got this big time, celebrity, this Hollywood actor who was so taken by everything that they did that they included them into this very meaningful event, this red carpet event. Well, that's a pretty freaking long drive for those guys to have to deal with, going from all the way from New York, all the way to Michigan, all the way to Birmingham. So when they were done, um, instead of going home, No, man. They actually went out of their way to come to my home to use my studio just to flip flop it because I was scheduled to be on their show. So instead of putting it off, they were like, "No, man, we're going to be there. We're going to do this and make it happen." And what they do, they made it happen. And so, this is actually um, what all took place before I got to know them on more of a personal level. Since that date, we have become closer, and I just have nothing but mad love and respect for both of them, for Jared and Brianna, and looking to do anything and everything I can to be part of this wonderful, amazing podcast world that we are in to help in any way possible. So, yeah, that's the last time I was actually a guest on the show. So, definitely looking forward to tonight with Dylan and Alicia. So please, I hope you guys can pop on and check us out, as it will be live tonight. So, really looking forward to it. So right now I'm just trying to get a little bit of rest. Man, I tell you what, it's the last really been probably since I got out of the hospital. It has been a freaking ass kicker. And I mean, you would have think I had surgery or something, but I have never ever been the type of guy to just sit on the sidelines, just kick back and do nothing. And the only time that really happens is when, of course, when we're not feeling good, when we're sick, flu like shit like that. And I mean, obviously, when you have something like that, you really don't feel like doing anything. I mean, the last thing you feel like doing, and I'm not talking, God forbid, the COVID illness and all that stuff. And I don't forgot I even said that. When we, have the flu, the last thing you want to do is be, popping around doing this, doing that. Um, but it's different. Like, for me, I, with my issues being when I'm off for any length of time, especially if it's because for my dumbass, it's been mainly with surgeries and recovery. And with that, yeah, you're off work, but you're not off work because you're so sick you don't feel well. You're not sitting there puking. You're not sitting there just, oh, I don't even want to open my eyes and you're nauseous. No, man, we're just recovering from stuff like that. So, oh, I got OG in the house. OG just popped in and, oh, there goes the neighborhood. Let's see. Well, let's see. It's not like we're live or anything. So, hey, come on in, man. Anything else you want to share? She's got nothing she wants to share. So, what that means is any second now you're going to hear, well, actually, and then we're going to hear a 10-minute dissertation on the meaning of life. Well, holy shit. I said dissertation. Is that a word? Um, so, anyways, folks, I hope you have a great few hours because get your rest because you're going to need it. At 8:30, going to be showtime, folks. And I can't thank Dylan and Alicia enough for giving me the opportunity to not only come on and to tell my story, to what led me down this road, just like everyone else, what how this all started with all of the madness as far as our the addiction, the recovery, and all the madness that goes in between. So that'll be tonight, 8:30. So until then, guys, have a great day, the remainder of the day, and see you tonight. Love you guys.